What's up gamers, PimpMyShed here, and just wanted to do a little quick video on Dying Light. I had this game for about a week now. Got it when it came out on physical disc. Didn't want to get it on download, although I would have because I've bought a few downloaded games in the past. But Dying Light is a zombie game. It's a first-person zombie game. It's made by Techland, a company that was that did work on the original Dead Island, along with I can't remember the company that did Dead Island as well, but Techland had some disagreement with the company that did Dead Island, so they split off to decide to make their own game. And what they've done is they've come up with Dying Light. So Dying Light essentially is a free-running game. I would say it's got a lot of aspects from Dead Island. You can definitely tell that it was made by the people that made or helped make Dead Island. I would best describe it as Dead Island mixed with Mirror's Edge, just considering the free running. The free running is the way you get around the city. It's quite an easy, you know. I've heard of people complaining about the mechanic of the free running, but it's actually not too bad once you unlock all your agility points and stuff like that. Talking about agility points, you got your stuff that you unlock. You got the map. This is the first. There's two maps. This is the first map. It's quite big. It's pretty much like Far Cry. It's kind of like Far Cry as well. Get with the game. There's a lot of stuff to do. There's a lot of like races you can do. A lot of stuff you can do with like how many kills, certain amount of zombies in a certain amount of time. Get survivors from. It's like a protection mission. The side quests have actually finished the story. A lot of side quests to do. These are safe houses and stuff. And then there's another city you unlock later on. Inventory is stuff you can craft. You've got swords, guns, stuff like that. You can craft. Difference between it is in Dead Island, you needed to be at a crafting table to craft items, but on this one you can just do it off your back, which is really good. Blueprints and special weapons. There's like you need a certain amount of items in the world, like metal parts, gauze, or alcohol. You need certain parts of them to make components to build these kind of weapons, and then you got your skills. Skills is agility, survivor, and power. So getting around the world is pretty cool. Once you upgrade everything, it's a lot easier. You can do a lot of different sort of climbing. There's different traps you can activate because at night time, all the monsters and zombies start sprinting. You've got a grappling hook. That's another thing that can. I don't really like the grappling hook. I think it lets the game down. You don't always grab onto whatever you're trying to grab onto. But yeah, it's a good game. It's I actually traded Evolving to get this. The story's quite a good story. A lot of people complained about the last boss because it's a QTE boss, but the whole last level's kind of fun. It's like a free running level, like a Halo, kind of like a Warthog run. And then you got to get up to the top of this massive building. It's not one of them. And kill the guy who's been pissing you off all the way through. So yeah, it's a good game. Is it an amazing game? No, it's not an amazing game. It's not a game that I'd say rush out and get. It's not. You know, it's not definitely. You know, it's not a 9 out of 10. It's not an essential game to play. If you like Dead Island, I would strongly recommend that you pick this one up. Because, like I say, the city is quite big. There is loads to do. When you play with a lot of people, you play with 4 people online, that's when the game kind of really does open up. But yeah, it's a good game. I mean, Dead Island, I enjoyed Dead Island, but you know, that was an average game as well. This is kind of an average game. It's okay. I don't think I'm going to stick and play all of the quests. I'm not a big trophy hunter when it comes to games. I know a lot of people are, but I'm not one of them people. I just like to get it done. If I can trade it back in and get some money for my next venture, then I'll do that. But it is a good game. I'm glad I've bought it. I'm glad I've had an experience with it. Might pick it up again in future when I see it in a bargain bin just to finish the quests off and stuff like that. But for now, I think I'm going to trade it in. But I have really enjoyed it. It's a really good game. I think for a company that's split away from Dead Island. They've done a really good job with this, and I know they're bringing out a Dead Island 2 with the company that actually stayed behind. They're still making Dead Island 2, so it'll be interesting to see what Dead Island 2 looks like. Dead Island 2 looks really impressive. I just don't feel once you've done the story and you've fully upgraded your character and you've only got quests to do, I mean, it doesn't really, you know, the side quests are a lot better than the main story, but it is a good game. If you're thinking about getting a game and you can't wait and you're just like, oh, and if I would recommend this over Evolve any day. I think Evolve was an absolute train wreck. Just for what it is. I mean, there's loads to do in this game. There's loads to do, but it is a good game. I'm certainly glad that I had a lot of time with it. I just don't think I can go any further with it. I know I could stick in and do the quests, the side quests and stuff, but to get the trophy like some other people have done. Excuse me, but like I say, I'm gonna just trade it in and try and get something else to play before Bloodborne comes out, because that's gonna take over my life. But yeah, it's a good game. There's a lot of traps and stuff. You can get a lot of zombies on screen as well, which is good. You can get different weapons. I've got a sword here. You can get a two-handed axe. You can get the guns, and everyone's drawn to noise. If you shoot your weapon and make a lot of noise, oh dear, just killed myself. But if you shoot your weapon, it draws a lot of different attention to different enemies and stuff like that. I will say there isn't a lot of enemies. One of the bad things that I didn't like was the lack of different type of enemies there are. I mean, you've got the standard zombie. You've got one called I don't know what it's called, but it spits out toxic stuff at you. It's quite fat. Then you've got one that blows up. And then you've got these big ones called demolitions, and then you've got actual humans with guns and stuff. But I do think there was a lot of decent. They could have expanded more on different zombies and different types of zombies, and you know, you got runners, you got walkers, and I just thought they could have done a few more mutated, like different versions of stuff. Another thing that I don't really like is the fact that once you level up your character to full max, zombies just become obsolete. Every single weapon that you craft, you know, you're getting it up into the, you know, damage 1,109, damage 2,167. The guns are pretty cool as well, but the damage on I think the damage is too high. You don't exactly feel overwhelmed. I mean, one chop, pretty much. And once you get your stamina up, you can swing. You can swing your weapon all day without getting out of breath, and usually before that you have a stamina bar and you can only swing it a certain amount of times. But yeah, one hit kills all around. It just seems a bit easy. Once you level up the character, it does get a lot easier, and it's not really a challenge. You can get overwhelmed, but then again, I've unlocked this ability to instantly escape when I'm getting attacked, so I just press L1. But it's a lot harder once when you start out, and it just gets easier. But for me, too easy, way too easy. You know, you can just kill things one shot. You just with ease. There's no challenge involved. You're chopping heads off. That's it. You're doing 1,000 damage, sometimes 2,000 damage. It just takes the fun out of it, really. But besides that, it's a good game. It's got an okay story. I enjoyed the story, but I think the story, comparing the story to some of the side quests are really good. I wouldn't pay 55 quid for it. I didn't pay 55 quid for it. I've traded in Evolve, and I still had money from Evolve. That I think I had £30 trading on Evolve, so I essentially paid 20 quid for this game. But I wouldn't pay full price for this game. I was going to get the order as well, but then again, I don't really want to pay £55 for a game that's going to last me 5 hours. This game's lasted me a week, which is great. You know, a lot of fun when you're playing with people, but I'd still recommend going to get it. I'd still definitely, you know, if you like zombie games, you like first person, you know, it is a good. The second city that you play in on this one is actually, it reminds me a bit more of. This is more like Slumdog Millionaire. The second city is more like an Assassin's Creed kind of city. It reminds me of like a Spain city kind of thing. But yeah. So I just wanted to do a quick video on that, just giving a bit of the basics of Dying Light. It is a good game. I do recommend picking it up. Wouldn't pay the full price for it. But yeah, it's a good game. I'm glad I've enjoyed my time with it. I'm looking forward to Dead Island 2 because I will be picking that up as well. So yeah, just wanted to do a little video on that there. So we'll see you again for another video. I'm going to go into town now and buy something else to play and review. Hopefully it'll be a one-player game because I'm sick of all these multiplayer games. So we'll see you again for another video, guys. Thanks for watching.